Welcome to SA Company's Wildlife Wednesday. My name's Robbie, and I'm here to teach you about some of the coolest animals in this whole world. All right, guys. Well, it is Wednesday, time for Wildlife Wednesday, and also we've got a hurricane bearing down upon us. Elsa is in the neighborhood, but we're going to try to bring you this anyways, through thick and thin, rain or shine, wind or flooding. Well, this week we got something really cool. It's one of the mimic snakes here in Florida. Now, many people refer to them as hissing or spreading adders. Do you know what that could be? All right, well, Chris, do you have any idea what it is?
I don't know.
Come on, Chris. You got to know this one. The locals, they call them spreading adders or huffing adders or hissing adders, or they got so many different names.
They're those real theatrical ones, right?
They're very theatrical. They're very awesome.
Kind of a pointy nose?
Well, it's
kind
not
of
really.
curls?
It's kind of upturned.
Hog nose.
There you go. Not only a hog nose, though, the southern hog nose, the rarest of all hog nose around. They're even rarer than western hog nose or eastern hog nose. Huh. So they are a really cool snake. And we're going to teach you a little bit about them. We're so lucky to have one today. Well, Chris, here it is.
Oh, look at that little cute.
Look how cool these are. Look how he's curling his tail. Whoa. Look at that. Let's see if we can get him to do what they are known for. Let's see here. I don't think he's good. Well, he's pooping.
He's starting.
He's starting to do it. Let's see if he'll do it. I don't know. Look at the head, though. See how he's spreading those cheeks, trying to look like he's a venomous snake? Whoa! There he goes. He's jumping. Let's see if he'll do it. I don't know. I want to show you guys this because it's super cool. And
he started to do it.
He's starting to do it?
Yeah, his mouth opened.
There he goes. Look at that. This snake is now playing dead. If we leave him there on the ground, let's see. Can you see? He's actually even hanging his tongue out. Look at that. How cool is that? This is a snake that actually plays dead.
Such a drama queen.
It stinks too. His poop and urates and
well, that's how he gets the Oscar.
Musk.
You know, he smells like he's decaying.
Yeah, he smells like death. That's how predators, hopefully, will leave him alone.
Oh, he's coming back.
Is he coming back?
He's coming back. Hey, bud, you're gonna make it?
Quick, CPR! Bring him back to life!
I lost him.
You lost him. That's anytime something tries to touch him like that is when they do that. Now, if Chris rolls him over.
Let's see if he'll flip himself back over. There he goes.
There he goes. He's convinced that Chris is a predator and is trying to eat him. So he's rolling back onto his back to show his belly, opening that mouth and releasing a real pungent stink about him there. Oh boy, buddy, you need a shower. And look at the tail, how he's got the tail curled up like that. Because first resorts, what they do is when you find one like this, is they'll roll that tail up and try to look like a snake that is native here to Florida, which is, what do you guys think it is? It's the pygmy rattlesnake. They try to mimic the pygmy. They'll roll that tail up so it looks like people think it's a curled tail and there's a rattle in there, but it's actually no rattle at all. And see, you can actually pick these snakes up and they will continue to do that for a little while. Now, if you uncurl the tail, there's no rattle there. It's just a regular snake tail. Now, Chris, did you know these guys actually spend a lot of their life under the surface, right under the surface, under mulch, under like debris, like the bamboo leaves and stuff like that, hiding, and not only hiding, but hunting. That's kind of cool looking. Hey, buddy, dead snakes don't hold their head up.
It's got rigor mortis.
Rigor mortis is set in. He's convinced that he's dead. Now, also, if you look at the snake, look at that little nose right there, how it's upturned. That's how they got the name hognose snake. Kind of resembles a pig's nose there, doesn't it?
Yeah, he's got quite an oinker on him.
And it's also used to shovel under stuff. You know why they are shoveling under stuff constantly?
No.
They're always hunting for toads and small lizards, skinks and frogs and stuff like that. Now the toads during the day, they come out at night, but during the day they'll burrow down into sand or mulch or whatever. And these guys have such a keen smell, that sense of smell, that they are using that nose to burrow and find toads.
It's like that cereal commercial, follow your nose.
Follow your nose. Look, that is so... Hey, buddy, we're not here to eat you. We're not going to hurt you. You're a beautiful little snake. Now, that is so cool.
And the Oscar goes to...
Right? Definitely an award-winning performance there.
I think some actors from Hollywood could take some notes from this guy.
Yeah, except for now you're using your tongue. Dead snakes don't use their tongue.
Silly snake.
Now, these guys actually do calm down very well, and they do make good pets because it's easy to feed them. You just got to feed them toads and little frogs like that, but through the winter months, it's hard to find toads. So we like to keep them just for education purposes, to show kids and teach kids that they are harmless. But in the fall, we release them. That way they can hunt and find their own prey, because we can't find it as well as they can.
Yeah.
You know, and they'll survive the winter. They'll go into a brumation if it gets too cold. Now, brumation is basically, it's kind of like hibernation, but not in that deep mode. You know, they'll brumate for a night, 2 nights when it gets too cold, and then when it warms up the next day, they'll wake up and they'll hunt and look for toads. They'll go into the debris and consider to dig around and eat. Now, these guys are actually in the vulnerable state in the state of Florida.
That's a shame.
And due to habitat loss and also invasive species. Now, when I'm telling you invasive species, that means what?
Feral hogs.
Exactly. The #1 feral species in Texas and Florida.
Yeah.
You know, it's the feral hog. And the hogs will be rooting around, find these guys. And everybody knows hogs love to eat anything.
Anything and everything.
They will literally eat bone. So, oh man, they're such a beautiful snake. And the problem, I hate this part, is when you have them in captivity, they only do this for the first couple days. And then they calm down, they realize, hey, he's not a threat to me. He's not gonna hurt me. And they do this. You know, they quit doing this, and then they're a normal snake. So you don't get a chance to show everybody the hognose in its theatrical,
Yeah, the whole
drama queen moment. They are such a beautiful snake. And now we're going to show you their mimic snake. And you guys tell us what you think. Can you tell the difference? All right, Chris, now, here's the true test. Which one here is the pygmy and which one's the hognose?
Should I just grab the one?
Be careful. Make sure you make the right decision.
Let's see.
Let's see if you guys can tell, too, if Chris makes the right decision.
I'm just going to go in and grab it.
All right. All right. I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything.
So not that one.
I don't know.
Oh.
Is it that one?
I don't think so. I think that one is the one that could hurt you.
Very similar, I think, but they're both small snakes. Now, pygmies come in an assortment of colors.
Oh, yeah.
So there could be a pygmy that matches that or that. And they, at a quick glance, people don't realize what they're looking at because people's color perception and everything is different in every individual person. Now, let's see if Chris makes the right decision.
That's the hognose.
Grab it then.
But the other one is so close.
Mr. Confident.
Oh, I'm confident. Let's see.
All right.
There we go. There we go.
And there it looks like Chris is
I
safe.
win.
He grabbed the right snake, and Chris has actually been working with snakes for years, so it's not exactly fair because he knows what to look for. Now, if you look down here at the pygmy's face, he does not have that upturned nose. Z-Dog, can you get a good shot of that nose on the pygmy? I got a better idea. Chris, why don't you grab the gloves?
Okay.
Let's pick up the pygmy. I'll pick up the hognose. And Chris is putting on a pair of gloves that are actually bite-proof gloves. So if the snake does bite the gloves, it's not going to puncture it. They are a Kevlar material.
I feel safe.
Go ahead, grab the pygmy, and let's see if we can get some good shots of the nose.
Oh, this is still...
Oh, he's already defensive.
Still very difficult to do, even though...
You know you're safe, but your body tells you not to do it.
My body's saying, don't do this, you idiot. Come on. There we go. Just try that.
Scoot him on your hand. Oh, be careful, Chris. Chris, they are bite-proof.
I'm well aware.
Still, everything in your body tells you don't do it.
Woo! It's saying don't do it.
It's good to have a reaction like that, even though you're wearing the bite-proof gloves, because you don't want to lose that fear of handling them. Now, if you zoom in there, Z-Dog, you can see the nose on there. Now, not a lot of people get close enough, hopefully, to look at the nose. What you do want to look for is the teeny tiny rattle there, which is really hard to see.
Oh, yeah.
And when these guys are pissed off, shall we call it, they actually shake that rattle, and it's not even as loud as a fly because their rattle is so small.
It sounds like a faint buzz of a bee.
Yeah, just very, very faint. And if you're not listening or there's lots of noise, of ambient noise, you're not going to hear it. But also, if you look at them, the heads look very similar from a top angle.
And the markings
down the head look very similar. He's got that stripe. He's got that stripe. Now, they do have a similar pattern down the back. But the pygmy, this is a large adult, and this is a sub-adult hognose. So the hognose get about that same size right there. They can actually get up to about 20 inches. This is the largest one I've ever seen. And Sumter County, right here where we live, is the probably best location to find southern hognose in the whole United States. Well, they only occur in Florida, and Sumter County is the most numbers of the southern hog.
Is that the reason why you bought your house?
I think so. And we also have the short-tailed snake here, which is a very rare snake in Florida. So
I've never seen one of those.
I've only seen probably 3 or 4. And I've caught 2 on this property.
Oh, wow.
Which was unbelievable and really, really cool.
He's like, ooh.
Did he strike?
He tried. He's rattling that tail.
I can't even hear that.
Barely. It's okay, bud.
I can't hear it. Can you guys hear it? I think he's a little pissed off. Whoa!
Whoa. He thought about it.
He turned.
I gotta boop him. Boop.
You know why he's not biting that?
Because there's not much heat coming through
Exactly. Yet. He's a pit viper. So his pits will sense that that's your hand, but the glove is masking the heat of your hand. So he's just watching the movement. That might work. Ooh. Oh, it worked. Chris, are you okay?
I'm good.
Thank God for bite-proof gloves.
I'm saying.
Now, a pygmy rattlesnake is venomous, but it won't kill you. Unless you have an allergic reaction to the venom, I guess it could. But for all other purposes, adults, elderly people and children, it could be deadly to them. Now, this guy, you're a young, strapping, strong adult, you'll be fine. Just kidding. He's got bite-proof gloves on. They're actually made of Kevlar material, so the fangs don't actually even penetrate the glove to get to your finger.
That's good.
When these gloves first came out, I got suckered into somehow being the one to test them.
Yeah, because didn't they tell you, yeah, they're bite-proof, but we haven't tested them?
They told me other people have tested them, and we need you to test them on some other species. So my brilliant idea was, okay, let's see if it can take a king cobra bite. Let's see if it can take a gaboon viper bite.
Those are some big fangs.
Gaboons are big fangs. They're the largest fangs in the snake world. And thank God, it worked. Because I called them and I told them, well, I took a gaboon bite. I took a bite from a big king. And they said, so everything worked good? I said, yeah, they were perfect. They were perfect. They said, okay, great to know. And I ran into the guy they told me was testing it, a friend of mine, Dr. Brian Fry. And I said, so how many snakes did you test the glove on? He goes, I didn't test it. You tested it. And I said, oh my God, I was the guinea pig. I fell for it. But thank God they worked. Now, look at this, the little hognose. He's actually starting to mellow out. Not playing dead anymore. And he's just being a normal, cute little snake. Hi, buddy. Hi. Now, these guys also have relatives. Like I said earlier, they have the western hognose and the eastern hognose. Now, the easterns and the westerns don't get much bigger than the southerns. They get a little bit bigger, but the westerns get much bigger. And they're cool because they spread their hood. So they're also called a spreading adder. And they look fierce. They make that head triangle shaped, and they do resemble a venomous snake. Now, I don't know why they always say venomous snakes have this big triangle head.
That's not always true.
Look at the pygmy rattlesnake. It's a smaller, and it's more elongated than it is triangular, in my opinion. I mean, he doesn't look like, and you can't hear the rattle. You can see it going like that, but a lot of snakes will shake their tail. The
Especially
black racers,
in the dry
the corns.
leaves,
Yeah,
it sounds like a rattlesnake.
exactly. Corn snakes do it.
Yep.
You know, a lot of snakes will shake their tail. And then you'll see, when you have a newborn, if you can see the tail there, it's kind of light colored. When these guys are born, it's like a neon green. Do you know what they use that for?
Like a little fishing lure.
Exactly. They use it to attract little field mice or frogs over there, and lizards even come to try to eat it, and then they get bit by a venomous snake, they die, and the snake gets a meal. Now these guys, actually, some people are saying they're venomous. I don't quite know if I agree with that. I think they may be actually a poisonous snake due to what they eat. They eat toads. Now,
Yeah.
toads secrete poison. And if he's eating a toad and he gets all that poison in his saliva, it's going to work as a poison. But
Yeah.
they're doing studies now where they're trying to say hognose are venomous. When they prove it, I'll give in and say okay. But actually, I've been bit by these, and it's very rare that you do. I had to take a toad and wipe it all over my finger and get the toad pee on my finger and then let the snake bite. Because look, this is a fresh wild caught one,
He
and
doesn't want anything to do with it.
he wants no interest in biting. And I'm even annoying him right there. And even to make me stop, he's not biting.
No.
But you will find some that
A little more feisty.
a
than
little
others.
more feisty. But they're such a cute, amazing snake. Look at that. I love the pattern on them and everything. They're like their body is like a bulldogish, like, you know?
Yeah,
It seems
stocky.
stocky. In that little head. But look, he's trying to put out his cheeks so he looks triangular. There, you saw him swing at me, and he didn't even bite. He was swinging to, hey, stop it. But there it is. There's the triangular head. Now, would you think that was a venomous snake if you saw it? I think they're actually pretty good at their theatrics.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, man. Now, Chris, you and I can tell the difference of these at a glance.
Yes.
And it's just because we've been working with snakes for so long. Now, if you don't know what a snake is, please just leave it alone. You want to know, why don't you go ahead and put him up?
Yeah, he's starting to get a little
He's
squirmy.
getting a little squirmy on you there, Chris.
Squirmy and striky.
Go ahead, put him up. These guys breed April through August. So they'll breed the entire spring and summer, and they'll lay anywhere between 6 to 14 eggs. They are egg layers. So those babies will develop in those eggs. They take 60 days, they hatch, and they're off moving around. Now it's the perfect time of year because the toads are also breeding all summer. So you get these little teeny baby toads, and when these guys are born, they come out of that egg, they're puny. So they're hunting those baby toads, and they get a lot of food because you've seen on the farm, sometimes it looks like
Yeah.
the ground's moving because it's just all toads. Now the bad thing, like I said, the invasive species, the feral hog. They love to eat these guys. And then also, the more roads we built is
Yeah.
detrimental to these guys because they will come up on the roads because what else do you see on the roads? Frogs and toads.
Yeah.
At night, when it starts to cool down and we get rains, that road will keep the heat. So the frogs and toads come up to the road and they love the water. These guys, they don't love the water, but for food, they're going to venture out on the road because that sense of smell tells them there's frogs and toads on the road. Oh, man. I still say it's one of my favorite snakes here in Florida.
It's really cool.
You're such a cute little girl. Now I can tell it's a female by a shorter, thicker tail. Males have longer, skinnier tails. All right, well, there you have it. Another episode of Wildlife Wednesday. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. What else do you want to do, Chris?
And while you're at it, hit that little notification bell so you know we're going to do stuff like this again.
All right, Chris, we got to set this little guy up because we got to prepare for Elsa.
Yeah, it's looking pretty gloomy.
We got a busy day. And although right now Elsa's not a hurricane, she's a tropical storm, she's coming across the Gulf and she's got a lot of warm water to turn back into her hurricane. And the last prediction I just watched, it said 11, it's coming in at Cedar Key on Wednesday, which is actually tomorrow because we film our Wildlife Wednesdays on Tuesday. And we'll keep you guys updated, but we have to pack all our venomous snakes and get them in boxes and take them to the house so they're in a safe, secure area. So if we do get hit by anything, those snakes are contained.
Yeah, because by the time we find out, oh, it's actually coming, it'll be too late.
Too late. It happens too fast. All right. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. Thank you for subscribing to our channel. And make sure you share your passion, be kind to people, and get swamped.